Hello and welcome once again to LLB with Fatah Khan. I am Fatah Khan, your host for the podcast LLB with Fatah Khan, where LLB stands for Legendary Leadership Bites. And I'm Fatah Khan, a mid career transformation coach, a best selling author, and also a TEDx speaker. Today, I'm on a mission to transform mid career professionals into legendary leaders. And LLB with Fatah Khan is one of those initiatives where I can help the mid career professionals to transform into legendary leaders through the leadership bites. And today I have an interesting topic that I want to bring up, which is what it means to lead. We all talk about leadership, legendary leadership, great leadership. We talk a lot about leadership, but what does it mean to lead? Let's understand the basics of what does it mean to lead. Now, if you look at leadership, right, imagine leadership as tending to a vibrant garden where the leader is not just a gardener, but also a cultivator of growth, right? Someone who is actually cultivating growth and ensuring the soil is fertile, right? Providing nourishment and removing any obstacles so that the end results can be obtained. Now, if you look at leadership in any organization, right, what does it mean to lead? Leading, it's actually not a title, it's not a role, but leading, I would say, is a transformative journey that shapes an individual's into visionaries. It shapes individuals into motivators, into people who inspire others, and also the catalyst for positive change and growth. Now, let's look at how do we actually deep dive into what does it mean to lead, right? What it means to lead. If I have to share in specific pointers, I would put that into 5 pointers, right? In which the number one pointer would be inspiring vision. What does it mean to lead is actually to have at the core of leadership, it's the ability to inspire your teams with a compelling vision, right? Think of it. If there is no vision, that means there is no direction for people. And if there is no direction for people, if people don't know where they are going, then why would they actually follow you? So it is something where your ability to inspire people through a compelling vision. And leadership actually it's also about providing a clear direction, because everyone, when they actually want to connect with some organization, some teams, they want a clear roadmap for their future, right? And a leader, as a leader, it's your responsibility to provide them the roadmap for their future through a compelling vision. And that's where people would stay connected with you, people will continue to work with you, and people will actually be inspired by the journey, and they find it as something meaningful and something where they are contributing to a larger purpose. So that's number one. What is number two? Number two is empowering others. Leadership in all the means, if you see, if you are a leader, that means you have people working with you. And that is where it is all about empowering others, because true leaders always believe in empowering others. They don't believe in putting down others. They don't believe in like actually throwing the ownership at others and making others responsible for the failures. True leadership is about empowering others. I still remember the story which APJ Abdul Kalam shared once, right? That while he was working on a very critical project, what happened was during the project, initially they failed. And it was so crucial project that they were interviewed by the media people. And what happened was the leader APJ Abdul Kalam's leader, he took the responsibility of the failure. And that actually helped Abdul Kalam to understand the true leadership. And he realized a leader is somebody who empowers others. Even if the team has failed, they always see at, okay, what is that we can improve? And the leader, the true leaders, take extreme ownership of that failure. And then what happened in the next instance? They actually worked hard on this, and the team was so motivated and so inspired, and they felt like they have been empowered because they have not been blamed. They have not been put at the forefront saying that they are the responsible ones. The true leader took the ownership, the responsibility, and he inspired the teams to continue working on it. And when they succeeded, right? Now listen to this. When the team succeeded, APJ Abdul Kalam was given the credit by the leader, and he was again mind blown with the leadership. He realized true leadership is again about empowering people where they are failing and you take the ownership. And when you succeed as a team, you give the credit to the team. And that's where the real life example from APJ Abdul Kalam is the true essence of what a true leader stands for. And that is where true leadership is always about empowering others, right? So that's number two. What is number three? Number three is authentic connection. Now, remember, as a true leader, you should be able to build connections. And what kind of connections? It's not the surface level of connection, right? Where you're just thinking of work and then you just are transactional. When I say transactional, as a leader, you meet your teams only for the transactions in terms of what activities are done, what are not done, right? You are very transactional and you become a taskmaster where you are just giving the task and getting the task done. But as a true leader, you need to be able to build authentic connection. Because remember this, in today's era, emotional intelligence, why are people and organizations today actually focusing on emotional intelligence as part of the leadership? Because every leader need to be emotionally intelligent and every leader must have empathy as one of the top values. Because we all know in today's world, we all go through challenges. We all are human beings. We go through multiple challenges in our personal lives, professional lives. But as a leader, only if you are looking at the tasks and the activities, and then you judge people or you actually give them the feedback and the reviews and everything just based on their performance, and do not look at the other aspects where you understand their emotions, you understand what is the reason why somebody is not able to perform or why somebody is actually not behaving the way they have to behave. So understanding those things requires emotional intelligence and empathy. So for the but then for all of this, you need to be able to build authentic connection, right? What kind of connection? It is authentic connection, genuine connection, right? Which is built because you truly care about your teams. Because again, I want to reiterate this, which is a powerful saying: people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. When you show that care, when you show the empathy, and when you actually truly connect with these people, now people will start working with you. I remember one of the organizations, I had team from multiple locations, from Chennai, from Pune, from Mumbai, and different places, right? Different cities. And I was based out of Bangalore, getting the work done from different people from different cities. But for me, it was so smooth getting the work done because one of the important reasons I realized the work was getting done smoothly is because I was able to build that genuine connection, that authentic connection with people, where people believed that they are cared for and they are trusted and they were able to deliver the role very well. So that's number three. What is number four? Number four, I believe it is very important. If you have to even enter into leadership, this is very important. If you do not have this, or if you don't have this, maybe you can build it over a period of time, but it is very crucial for you as a leader to have this ability. What is this? This is called courageous decision making. Because as a leader, every single day you are making some of the other decision, right? Whether it is projects, whether it is customers, whether it is clients, stakeholders, people, you are making critical decisions. And when you are making these critical decisions, you can't be biased and you can't be somebody who is operating from the place of fear. You need to operate from the place of courage. Like, let me tell you, like a lot of leaders, what I've seen is they don't show up courage to even give feedback to people, because they are worried that if I give the right feedback, if I'm talking something about somebody's areas of improvement, that person might actually stop valuing me, or that person might not be like, not continue to like me. Because most human beings, we all human beings, we want to be likable. But as a leader, when you try to be likable, what you actually do is you forget that likability can cause destruction in that particular organization. Because if you are trying to be likable, your decisions will not be very powerful. You will operate from the place of scarcity and fear, not from the place of courage. But as a leader, it's very important for you to make courageous decisions, right? In terms of decision making, it's very crucial for you to have courageous decision making ability. Because think of it, if you are you are managing a team of say 20 team members, and you know one of the team member, even after right giving a lot of feedbacks, has not been performing, and this is actually demotivating the entire team or bringing the entire team performance down. As a leader, you need to make that courageous decision, right? Hiring is a decision that you make, and firing is also a decision you make, right? A lot of leaders, Since hiring is easy, they are goody goody on the calls and they are able to hire. But firing, when it comes to firing, lot of leaders, they are hesitant and they don't take that decision. And because of not taking that courageous decision, what happens is the entire organization suffers. And of course, the teams also suffer. I still remember one of the leader I was working with, right? And then there was certain things which were happening in the team, which was out of integrity, not in the integrity of the team members. Somebody was doing something really wrong, and the team members actually shared the feedback with the leader. And when the leader was not able to take immediate action, one of the crucial team member, right? This is during the early careers of mine. I witnessed this live. One of the crucial team member who was really a great performer, he actually took the decision of resigning and moving out of the organization because he saw that the leader was not courageous enough to make the right decisions. He saw that he's working with a weak leader, and nobody wants to work with weak leaders. Everyone wants to be work with strong and courageous leaders. So this attribute is very important for you if you want to be a legendary leader, that you need to have the courageous decision making skills. Sometimes it's about saying no to certain projects, saying no to certain clients, or even when it comes to hiring or firing team members, you need to make those courageous decisions, right? So that's number four. And number five, and the last one is servant leadership. Now, you must have heard about this concept many times: servant leadership, servant leadership, servant leadership. But what is servant leadership all about? Is it about you becoming a servant for the team members, right? And you start serving everyone, you start making everyone happy, right? You do everything goody goody so that they feel good about it. And you are like, yes, yes, boss, right? Some bosses like that, dummy bosses, we call them the dummy bosses, right? Dummy bosses who do not have the power, who do not have the capability, who do not have the capacity, and they know that they are surviving in the organization mostly because of people, not because of their skills or abilities. And that's where they start serving everyone, like they start becoming goody goody with everyone. But that's not true servant leadership. True servant leadership is about prioritizing the well-being of your team members, right? Of course, you still give the candid feedback. Of course, you actually still give them the feedback for their improvement areas and everything, but it is always about prioritizing the team members. Like servant leaders, they talk about their teams even before their customers, because they realize that if they are able to serve the teams better, if they are able to serve the people well, if they are able to treat the people well, right, those people, those team members will be able to treat the clients and the customers in the best way. So servant leadership is about prioritizing the well-being of the team members, right, where the servant leaders always lead with humility and empathy, because these are the two values you will see with the servant leaders. And of course, when I say humility and empathy, it does not mean that you are not driving results. Humility does not mean that you are not somebody who is an action oriented or result oriented. You are still providing results, you are still generating great leaders, but results, you are still helping the teams and the organization to succeed, but you are always humble and empathetic towards the team members. That is the true servant leadership, where you are actually always having the desire and the genuine interest in people and uplifting the people. That is the true servant leadership. And if you have these five attributes, right, if you want to understand more about how to lead, these are the five things, critical things that can help you. Of course, there are many other things, but if I have to summarize what it means to lead, is to become a leader where you have these five attributes, right, where you are actually like an inspiring, you are inspiring through vision, empowering others, authentic connection, courageous decision making, and servant leadership. If you have these five attributes, and if you are able to work on these five attributes, you will be able to lead teams in efficient and effective manner. Right. With that, we come to the conclusion of this particular episode. I hope these things you can go ahead and implement in your career and in life, because leadership is not just about you applying this in your professional life, but you can apply it in your personal life as well, so that you can see the shift and change in your life in 360 degrees. With that, thank you so much for listening to me, and I'll see you soon on the next episode of Leadership, Legendary Leadership Bites, which is LLB with Fatah Khan. Thank you so much.